It's a very difficult question. We have different type of of time-lapse system: EmbryoScope, Esco system, Primo Vision, Gary, and few others. They are all based on the method of pictures that are taken every few minutes without disturbing embryo, the condition in which the embryos are kept. Time-lapse is a very helpful tool in the hands of embryologists. Before the era of time-lapse system, we had only the possibility of morphological assessment. For example, assessment of cleavage stage embryo is based on two main criteria: cell number and then morphology. The blastocyst scoring is also based on two criteria, different criteria: the expansion state of blastocyst and the consistency of the inner cell mass and terfoctoderm cells. Time-lapse gives us more information. Morphokinetics, as seen with time-lapse, can enhance the power of embryo selection because it allows for morphology to be assessed more accurately. Time-lapse embryo monitoring allows continuous, non-invasive, it's more important, non-invasive embryo observation without the need to remove the embryo from incubator from optimal culturing condition. The extra information about cleavage pattern, morphologic changes, and embryo development dynamics could help us to identify embryo with higher potential. This assessment is very closely related to the optimal time of individual embryonic division. In my opinion, time-lapse is particularly important in two situations. First, when we perform transfer on second or third day, at this stage of embryo development, morphokinetics are very, very important. Embryos that are observed up to blastocyst stage undergo a kind of natural selection. Some specific ones with defects, with big defects, stop developing. Second situation is when we have more embryos we can transfer, because two blastocysts looking the same don't always have the same potential. When we compare two equally looking blastocysts, we can sometimes see small, sometimes large gaps in embryo development. Unfortunately, sometimes things that seem obvious and beneficial to us now have confirmation in clinical trials. For example, based on the Cochrane library, there are also several large randomized clinical trials that say there is no clear evidence that the time-lapse system increased pregnancy or live birth rates, which means we should accept that time-lapse system is a very helpful device, but it will not replace a good embryologist.